Hello producers, it's Özgün here. In this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to make techno drops with PSY bassline. We see this kind of tracks, like most of the time with SPARKS' latest tracks sounds like this. It has a rave vibe, it's fast, it's techno, but it's contained the PSY bassline drop. So if you're ready, let's get into that tutorial. So first thing, I'm gonna make my BPM 145. I wanna make something fast. And I want to use this kick. I bought the sample pack from Short Round. He got some tracks with Will Sparks. He's making amazing techno. So his samples are really dope. I recommend you to get them. The kick sounds like this. It has a really nice sub, which I really liked. So I'm gonna use it like this because when you layer the kick with PSY bassline, you need some space for the PSY. So that's why we gotta make the kick almost to the one beat. Create some pattern, call it bass. Okay, I'm gonna use these two samples from Kashmir Volume 3. They sound like this. We gotta send them to some channel. This one, I'm gonna send it to the same. We gotta do some changes in here. The first one is to cut self. When you cut self, so they don't overlap and don't make some annoying artifacts. Let's hear how they sound now. And I wanna make the second one to my main layer. And I'm gonna blend this first layer just a bit less. Maybe we can cut the out. And let's give it a bit overdrive so they glue better. When I use overdrive, it's just killing the highs. I like to regain the highs with a camel crusher. And this time, I'm gonna just boost several dBs of the root note. Yeah, in this case, to match the first to second, the hills, I needed to boost this much. Now it sounds good. Let's hear it with the kick, but first we gotta sidechain it. I like to use it like this. So I'm gonna lower the first notes with their velocity, and I'm gonna use like a really less curve. So we hear the accent, which one is the first, which one is the last. And after that, we can just duplicate this one, and let's make sure it's never clashing with the kick. So we can make it like this. And it's good to have one more in the master channel so I can just monitor how the waveform looks. When you layer psytrance bass with the kick, you have to make sure like both of them are separately sounds good and powerful without interfering with each other. That's why like you can separate them with sidechain, like LFO tool is the best. Even you can use volume automations that all do the work. Okay, let's see it with the kick. I'm gonna lower the kick just a little bit. And I'm gonna just use a clipper and give several dBs of volume boost because like we are losing the transient. And I like how the clipper gives just a little bit of distortion to the sound. And let's blend the signals. I wanna just have some psytrance bass on as much as my sub. Not exactly as much as the kick, but just slightly less. I want to give some freedom to here. So I'm gonna reduce the out again. I'm now just fine tuning the bass. And the last thing, I'm gonna just send my kick and my bass to the same channel, and I'm gonna group them in here. Let's call it kick bass. I'm gonna use this saturator, and I just want to saturate them in the default preset just to glue them a bit. Let's give a bit of the highs to the kick. Okay, now after this final tweaks, the kick and bass sounds really nice. Okay, here's the magic happens. If you go here and choose like maybe 20% of swing, you're gonna get a different vibe. Let's say we wanna use it in 25. I like how it sounds in 25. Let's keep it. I'm gonna put it like this. Probably we are gonna have some feel in here and also in here. And maybe we can go one more time. Let's make a drop like this long, 24 bars. Okay, I wanna add some hi-hat loop like this. First, let's fit it to the BPM. And let's lower the volume just a little bit, not to get clip. Okay, now we got a problem. The hi-hat loop that we add is not has the swing on. So there's one way to solve this. So to match the hi-hat loop to our original bass line, we can do something like this. Let's render the bass from here, like this settings. So now we can be able to see where the bass hits. I'm gonna go click there and chop. I'm gonna go sharp. So it divides it to the pieces. Now I can just make these little changes so they will be hit at the same time, and it's gonna help the groove of the track. Just don't be lazy and do it. Okay, I think we can just use the first part and duplicate it to everywhere. Now the bass is gonna be same rhythm with the hi-hats. Now it's become like a whole. It sounds like a whole. By the way, we can, I think, use the rendered bass. It's easy if you work like this, and when you wanna go change something, you will have the MIDI like be ready on the project. So you can just leave it like this. And I'm gonna put a limiter to the master to be safe. I'm gonna leave 1 decibels of headroom. Okay, the second thing, I'm gonna add some open hat. Let's fit it to the BPM. And we can use it like starting from the second part of the first part. Sounds nice. I'm gonna just duplicate this one more time because I like the empty gap in that section. I want to keep it. And to have some variation, I'm going to add a claps. And the claps is going to change the rhythm because now we don't have the off beat. It's always pumping in the first beat. And we can just make it some variation. We can use claps in this just last part of the drop. I think we finished the bass line, kick, and the drums, so we can continue making the drop lead. Okay, I want to use this sound. It's again from the short run sample pack. It's really distorted and detuned. I like the vibe of it. So I'm gonna call a lead pattern here, and let's get rid of the loop point and choose cut self. And I'm gonna send it to lead channel. And also, yeah, we gotta short it like this. I'm gonna put an OTT to bring it a bit of the highs and the live. And I'm gonna cut the lows. I have this reverb preset. It's a really big and wide. We can use that one, and also we can use the fruity peak controller trick, change the reverb with the sound. Let's link this one to here and like make it invert. I like to use Echo Boy because like you can control the left and the right pin pawn values separately. So I'm gonna use 1/8 for one side and 1/8 dot for other side. It's gonna create some rhythmic pattern. And lastly, let's sidechain it. I'm gonna decide how much I need. In this kind of drops, it's always good to have some rememberable repetitive pattern. Even this simplicity is just what we're looking for. But maybe we can go like some triplet in here. And it's gonna add, and it's gonna be something unexpected. So I like to use, and let's copy it like this. We can use the same pattern in the second part of the drop. And also to make the lead a bit more weird, we can go make some pen automation. Maybe we can choose 1/4. It always makes the lead a bit more weird than it should be. And yeah, and maybe we can even use some saturation here. Because I like how Camel Crusher gives the click to the sound. And in the second part, I want to have some extra lead, because if you just do it all the time, it's gonna be really boring. Maybe we can do something like this. I'm gonna add a serum, and I will use the 05 sample pack preset, one of them. Yeah, this one still my favorite. and I'm gonna send it to maybe some other channel. Okay, maybe we can process it in here. Lead to bus. I'm gonna copy the exact the same channel to here. Maybe we don't use the pancake. By the way, I just forgot to cut the lobes of the main lead. Let's do it, because after saturation, you gotta cut the lobes again. So let's make the second lead something like this. And I'm gonna make a automation, like pitch automation for them. So it's gonna be even more interesting now. Let's make it 12. And don't forget to make here as well. And now I'm gonna automate this one. It can be something like this. Yes, this can work. We gotta connect this one because it's the duplicate channel. So the next one's peak controller, so the second reverb still works. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna add is some kind of drop step. And for this, I'm gonna use a synth that doesn't release yet. It's gonna release like end of this month. And I'm gonna make a dedicated video for the synth as well. Maybe in the next video, it's gonna be about this one. I'm just trying to explore and understand. It's a really good synth. So I just made a sound like this. Yeah, like it's just amazing. I'm gonna use it as a one shot, maybe somewhere. Let's don't forget the send and sidechain. And also I'm gonna give it just a little bit of reverb so the tail can be longer. And we are going to need another channel. I'm gonna use this preset from Medic Sample Pack. I'm just thinking to make something like a glide fill synth. That's fine. Sounds nice. I'm gonna send it to the next channel so we can just make it a bit bigger, process them a bit different than this sound. I'm gonna use Camel Crusher, British Clean, and I'm gonna use this reverb again. And before that, I'm gonna cut the lows. I think we can use some delay as well. And this time I'm gonna work on the big drop synth fill. Let's use this sound. We can make something like this. This can work. Let's call it drop ARP fill. Again, I'm gonna use almost the same processing. Maybe we can give just a little bit of kickstart. This should work. Oh, let's fix the curve. I made it short. And I don't like this guys to clash. So in the second part, I'm not gonna use it. I want to use these two little percussions. I get them from Medic's pack. Maybe we can just make our rhythm a bit more rich. Let's send them some channel so we can just process them. We gotta cut the lows because we already have a bass and kick going on. And we can give them sidechain just in case. I think that's all. Let's use this sound. I think it's, again, the short round sample pack. Let's put it on stretch mode. And I think I can just send it to the big step channel. So there are some reverb and already sidechain going on. And also I have this impact. No need to stretch it. I'm just gonna cut the ending. So it can be the low end in the fill gaps. also I have this sample. It has a really long tail. You can always use this kind of sound. You can make it by yourself to just put it 2 claps and give tons of reverb. And I like to use them in the ending part of the fills. Yeah, it's the foundation of the track. So to make it sound better, to polish the track, we have several options here. I'm a bit lazy, but still I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use this long reverb preset, and I think we can just automate it like this. And we can fill the gaps in like big gaps with this. When you work on the details, like the track is becoming something else, like going to the next level, if you know what I mean. That's why I really like to, yeah, it's a boring job and you must not be lazy. And yeah, finally I made it, so we can just copy paste it in here. And this part, we gotta make it unique. If I go to the slide mode, it's gonna be a bit more easy me to fix. I can just do like this. And actually I can just duplicate this one and paste it because it's gonna be the same for all over. And let's filter in the fill sound. We can use 2 automations, one for cutoff, one for resonance. And you can always do something like this. When you like cut the sound, you can start with some of the resonance and it's gonna sound. Oh, I put it to the wrong. Let's copy it in here and let's connect this, guys. You don't need to make a new automation and delete those. You can always link them back. Sounds really nice. And lastly, we can record some tail for these sounds. I already have a channel connected to it, so I'm gonna just record like this. I'm gonna unlink them and just use this one. So you can just do this trick for every sound and you can introduce them a bit earlier. And it's one of the best ear candies that you can make to any track for any sound. Okay, let's automate this one for the beginning of the track. So we don't use the sidechain when there's no drop. And in the drop, we activate the sidechain. And yeah, I think we are ready to take a final listen. This is how you create that hard techno vibe with psytrance bass lines. And you should search for the weirdest sounds that you can find to achieve the Will Sparks vibe, because his sounds are always so unique and there's so much work be done in the details. This is how my approach to make that kind of drop. I hope you can apply this to your own productions too. Now I'm gonna play the final result. And thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next video. Bye bye.